That's a great way to start a podcast.
Oh, sorry.
God, I hope that did not happen. I hope it was the tail end of that.
You can edit it out.
Yeah, then I have to download the entire podcast, which, knowing us, tonight's probably going to be 2 hours. And then we're going to,
We've got 4 topics. We're not going to spend a half an hour on each topic.
Well, technically, we have about 6.
Honey, we've done it before. If you want to, go back and listen to Skyplex versus Universal. We literally talked about that for 5 hours.
I think I'm going to have another fireball on that note.
Good. I'm making sure I win a contest from Funko, and I did not win any of them. Son of a nutcracker. Anyway, welcome everyone to the 60th episode of the TheCoasterCasters. Travel. I guess that's what it is this week. I don't know. I'm exhausted. With me tonight, I have Alex.
Hello and salutations. Welcome to tonight's episode. Oh, and howdy.
Yeah, because he just got back from Vegas. He has to say howdy.
That's Texas.
We have Will.
Yo.
Okay. And we have a special guest, Drunk at Disney. I mean, oh, my bad. He canceled. So we have Danielle.
Hey, it's your pal, Krusty.
Oh,
I miss Danielle.
You may know her on Twitter at OU Mockingjay.
go home, Danielle. You're drunk.
Guess what? I'm already home. Now what? Mic drop.
Well, I mean, go out your front door and then come back.
Oh, fuck that. I ain't going out there. It's hot.
10,000, how much?
598.
10,598. I'm going to write this on my whiteboard. I'm going to write this on my whiteboard.
Don't even bother. It's going to go up.
Yeah.
598. Sounds good. And then I'll just keep a tally and then add at the end of the show. But anyway, welcome everyone. The reason why this episode is called Parks Are Opening or whatever I called it, I don't even remember, even though it was only an hour ago. I'm going to Kentucky Kingdom tomorrow. So if any of you, I was about to say a word and I'm not going to. If any of you CoasterCasters fans would like to meet me at the park, let me know. And I will try not to act like a douchebag. I'm just joking. I'm not an actual douchebag in real life. I'm going to be very tired in the morning and people are going to anger me. So, yeah. And there's a marathon going on, and I don't want to deal with marathon runners all day. Yeah. So we're gonna do this like we used to do this because Travis literally spent this entire week dealing with school stuff. So he barely has any topics. So we're going to go to Alex first, and then I'll decide how I feel after this topic.
And the first topic I will talk about tonight is a big one of that, and it is the the quarterly Comcast earnings call. Usually there's a good amount of information that we see for Universal Parks and Resorts, and this is no exception. For 2016 alone, as they talked on the earnings call for this quarter, Universal Parks and Resorts contributed to $1.1 billion, which in the entirety of the NBC Universal crew, that's about $7.9 billion, which that's adding on to the Parks and Resorts. University of Hollywood reportedly saw over the year a 60% attendance increase over the estimated 7 million from last year, which gives it the possibility of it being about much higher than that. And it's also been said that throughout the last quarter alone, more money was gained per person in any other quarter, if I'm actually not mistaken, and that Comcast is seeking to invest in other future endeavors of Universal Parks and Resorts. And this probably also includes the University of Beijing, Superintendent World, and much, much more. there's actually a lot of articles going on right now that are depicting about Universal Parks and Resorts like doing rather well. And I'm just going to leave this first to Mockingjay. What do you think the earnings?
Yeah, it was good.
Well,
Well, should have got water before we started. It sounds awesome.
Chief?
This is the
Comcast earnings.
because we have two earnings calls that we're talking about, and I
stopped on one of the others, and we'll talk about that next week.
okay, cool. But yeah, I think that Comcast is really wanting to like focus a lot on their theme parks, which is good because that's good for us. It keeps me employed. Employed meaning doing this. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Hey, interestingly enough, what did they say anything about the hotels?
When Wild?
No. I'm not talking about the new hotel. I'm talking about what's going at Wet and Wild. I'm talking about the rate at which they're being booked.
No, but it seems like they're already selling out even right now, and they sold out throughout the past spring break.
Yeah.
Even in light with the new Bayliner towers.
I was gonna say I think that they're at like 96%. At a 96 or 97% rate or something like that was the last I heard, and they've kind of held steady there. I was just curious if that was true or not, because if that is, then that means some things should be coming up theme park wise.
Adventura is going to help out. Adventura is going to help out, and apparently it may be possible that it may actually be priced similar to Cabana.
It is.
So I'm honestly expecting a price increase for Cabana once Adventura opens. And then Adventura will see a price increase when Wild opens.
I think what they'll do is Aventura and Cabana Bay will go to $150 per night.
But isn't that like on the same value as Sapphire?
And then Sapphire will go up to $210. Royal Pacific, Portofino, and Whatchamajigger.
Hard Rock?
Yeah, Hard Rock will go to $320.
I honestly think right now,
or Royal Pacific will go down to like $260.
I think Sapphire and Royal Pacific are probably going to be a little bit more closer to each other, and that Cabana will probably raise up a little bit more in price.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the weather for tomorrow.
It's just a minute guess, but at this point, I do think that's probably what's going to happen. And it's really not as much of a surprise that they're selling out.
Yeah.
Which gives a lot more incentive for Universal. And I think Hollywood's going to get a lot on its plate, especially if LA gets 2024.
God, it was so... Okay, so my mom on Wednesday night was like, we're not going to go to Kentucky Kingdom. And I said, you're funny. And she's like, no, we're actually not. I'm like, why? And she's like, because there's a 45% chance of rain. I'm like, really now? She's like, I said, it's not going to rain. 8 a.m. Saturday morning, rain ends. That's being a savage right there.
Well, there's what else you can do. But let me ask you guys, what do you think will happen if, like, Hollywood and Japan see more of an increase if they add more hotels? Do you think they may try to do a second park for both of them?
Possibly.
Because it seems like they're in the long haul for the next decade.
I mean, with the Olympics going, I mean, it should help with
Well, keep in mind, it's not decided yet whether or not LA will get it or Paris. And it's possible that they may give one of the other cities 2028.
Who knows? It's all based on time.
It's all based on the ISC's decision right now in Hollywood. But Japan has Osaka and Tokyo going on for the 2020. So at this point, I'm wondering what's going to happen next for them. That being said, my first topic is now done.
Will, talk about something.
Okay, I will talk about something. So Warner Brothers unveils Metropolis and Gotham City for Abu Dhabi theme park.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi, whatever. Warner Bros. And Abu Dhabi have unveiled details for their planned $1 billion theme park,
$1 million.
including
$1 billion.
including worlds for Superman's Metropolis and Batman's Gotham City. The park will open next year. Will also include Cartoon Junction, Bedrock, and Dynamite Gulch, themed after the Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera brands, and Warner Brothers Plaza, which will be reminiscent of old Hollywood. It is set to open in 2018. Will include thrill rides, interactive family-friendly attractions, and live entertainment. And there's another rumor going around in the theme park world that when there's a rumor, I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout will include an on-ride Rocket Raccoon AA, similar to C-3PO on Star Tours. I don't know.
Let's talk one topic at a time, first off, because both of them are unique in a sense.
Yeah.
So let's talk about first just
Dubai.
Yeah, because that's the big one of this. Dubai is kind of like the unknown ground right now with Motion Gate, the Dubai Parks and Resorts. They've apparently seen success, and so is IMG, in that they're expanding theirs to a second gate for IMG, and that Dubai Parks and Resorts already has in plans Six Flags. I'm curious about how Warner Brothers has creative control. You know, odds are they can't use Potter because that's Universal's,
Yeah.
and they can't get Lord of the Rings because of the J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how they handle it, and that they're not including Scooby-Doo, which I find very interesting.
Cedar Fair is getting them back.
I think Cedar Fair actually let them go.
I want freaking what's it called? Oh, what was it called? Scooby-Doo. What was this?
Oh, from Australia?
No. What are you talking about, Willis? I've never been outside of the US. Hold on a second.
If I think you may be referring to a coaster that was at an Australian Warner Brothers theme park, which was a mock Wild Mouse.
Yeah.
What? I'm not talking about anything outside of the US. Hold on a second.
And I'm talking about Dubai. I'm talking that I'm surprised that they're not including Scooby-Doo and they're going with just Flintstones. Maybe Scooby-Doo is an expansion, but that one I'm more curious about because Scooby-Doo does have a lot more of a brand recognition in my eye than the Flintstones.
I was just trying to bring up the fact that Cedar Fair used to own Scooby-Doo stuff. And they had the Scooby's Ghoster Coaster at Kings Island. Thank God Wikipedia is a thing. And what was the shooter attraction called?
Boo Blasters.
No, that's the new one. Scooby-Doo and the Haunted Castle. Thank you. Or Scooby-Doo's Haunted Mansion is what they were mostly called. Sally Dark Ride. Most of them were replaced by either Battle for Metropolis or Boo Blasters.
On Blue
And that's-
Hill. Yeah. We have that at Carowinds.
And that's
Yeah.
depending on the company.
Yeah, that's why I said because Fiesta Texas is still operating theirs, which that makes no freaking sense.
And they've actually updated the attraction too.
Already.
Six Flags St. Louis removed those theirs in 2014 for Battle for Metropolis. Madrid's park still has it. Canada's Wonderland closed it for.
I thought they got rid of it because they're adding a Battle for Metropolis for theirs.
In Madrid?
Yeah.
I will check on that.
But I know they're building Battle for Metropolis or Justice League Dark Ride for Warner Brothers Madrid. I don't know if it's replacing Scooby-Doo or the Batman simulator they have over there.
It might be the Batman simulator because it's called Aventura de Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, there must be the Batman.
Yeah, they have Happy Feet 3D though. You can all love Happy Feet.
I'm curious about this, and I'm actually really excited to see what they do. I heard it was delayed for 2019, but I'm proven wrong because apparently it's about 60% done.
Really?
Yeah, for Dubai. And I'm actually really curious about how they're going to handle that. I'm curious about the Metropolis attraction. I'm wondering if that's going to be Battle for Metropolis or if it's going to be something similar to the Alien Invasion.
Well, I'm 100% positive that this year is Fiesta Texas's year to get Battle for Metropolis.
You mean 2018 is going to be their year?
Well, you know what I mean. Shut the fuck up.
Honestly, they updated the attraction. Actually, I think a year or two ago. They took out all.
It doesn't matter.
They took out all the old flooring. They redid a lot of the stuff of the old attraction, and it's a lot more. They made it more nicer, and they made it work.
I think they are the only ones that still have Bugs Bunny in their park.
No, there's still Bugs Bunny at Six Flags.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Six Flags owns the licensing for Looney Tunes in terms of theme parks.
Yeah.
Well, at least as we know. And I'm curious about what they're going to do for Dubai.
I'm just saying, you guys saw that Dubai artwork, right? Like,
no, it doesn't sound familiar.
Like you saw it, Alex, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that's going to turn into a Six Flags park.
No,
Six Flags is going to buy that property.
Here's the thing: Dubai Parks and Resorts right now, they're the ones building a Six Flags, and Six Flags is licensing their brand to Dubai Parks and Resorts. I think they're in the same dilemma that Vietnam and China are at when it comes to Six Flags. They aren't allowed to use those characters, and I'm sure there's going to be a mile radius once Warner Brothers opens, similar to how Marvel is. But I would honestly believe that Six Flags is probably going to be more original for Dubai, Vietnam, and China. Which is going to be kind of a weird thing to see out of them.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the dark rides. That's one I'm more curious about because that's coming directly from Warner Brothers and another individual of group.
All right. And then Will.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that audio animatronic group or Racket, whatever the flip it's called.
It's
Rocket Raccoon.
It's the raccoon.
Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout will get a animatronic rocket similar to, like I said, C-3PO, and it honestly doesn't need it because it'll be. I mean, it does not need a animatronic rocket.
I am actually thinking that's not happening just on a safety reason.
Yeah, because
Because they're not doing.
It doesn't need it anyway.
No, it's a safety hazard because it's going to be on different calibrations. It's going to be handled differently, and maybe a short life shelf. Actually, they're not in. They're not going to do like the initial drop, like the show scenes as they did for Tower of Terror, and it's all randomized. So at this point, I don't know what they're doing, and I'm not excited for it. And by the way, I hate their marketing. I really do.
Well, I hate the fact that it even exists in Disney California Adventure, but we're not even going to touch that.
yes, we are. Why do you hate it?
It's a freaking abomination.
I will say this.
They did all this work to make that section of the park the old school, Hollywood, downtown Los Angeles theme with the red car and everything. And the Tower of Terror fit that, that aesthetic. But
Twitter member Houston, which actually has been reliable in the past, somewhat alludes to the fact that Chapek wants these attractions, the new attractions, and I doubt Star Wars Land will be that way, but a lot of the new attractions coming along the way will have a very short life cycle.
Why?
So that way they can easily replace them, kind of like how Universal did.
That's terrible.
Well, that's Chapek for you. Honestly, outside of Star Wars Land, I'm not excited. And I don't even think Toy Story Land's going to be there that much. I honestly believe that's on the short stuff, like on the shelf as well.
Yeah.
Well, at least on the shelf with the lifespan. Is there anything else?
Should I talk about Jack Sparrow?
Do you want me to talk about just Symbolica and then we go to that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Ifling, one of the most well-regarded and most well-famed theme parks in Europe, is opening up their brand new trackless dark ride, Symbolica. It'll be opening to the public on July 1st. This comes after the success of Baron, as Symbolica will be opening for the park's 65th anniversary. The trackless dark ride will be inspired by Pooh's Honey Hunt and is using a 6-person seat per car.
I need to see what this ride looks like.
It's honestly really amazing sounding, and I wish I can go at Efteling because they have some amazing stuff over there. They really do.
Dude, this looks cool.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see what this attraction is.
Dude, no, it's not Pooh's Honey Hunt. It's Ratatouille.
Well, it's going to use a lot of animatronics, actually.
Yeah, but it's a trackless.
It's also the Antarctica ride vehicle.
Yeah, true. Screw Antarctica.
And to be fair, Ratatouille is a 4-person seater similar in shape to the Mystic Manor.
Uh-huh.
Which I will never disrespect Mystic Manor, by the way. Well, what do you think of a new attraction for Efteling? Have you ever heard of the park?
Of Mission Breakout?
No, Efteling. I'll take that as a no. Mockingjay. Have you?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. It's okay.
We'll show you after the show.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the first time I'm hearing about any of that, so it's like I
Really?
reserve my opinion on that.
Well then, Travis and I will have to show you guys that after the show. I'm really excited for it. Efteling has been one of the best theme parks in the world from many critics and many insiders, and it's a beautiful park from photos.
I wanna go so bad.
Yeah, and it looks so beautiful and so European in many great ways. That being said, that's all I have for Symbolica.
And with Bear in there,
That
just makes the park amazing.
I can go on and on about that, Fantasialand and Europe Park.
They're like, if you look at our parks in America to their parks in England and Europe
And Asia.
and Asia, their parks are 1,000 times better than ours.
Especially the Disney parks and Universal parks.
Yeah, like Disneyland Paris, on some days can be bleh, but like Japan or Tokyo and Hong Kong's even starting to make its way up there.
And even Shanghai, which I do diss a little bit. I love their Tron. I love their Pirates, and I love their Warren Rapids, strangely.
I just want to see, like, I've never even looked at what food they have.
For what?
They have, oh my gosh, okay. So at Eifling, right?
Yep.
They have a pancake restaurant. Restaurant dedicated to nothing but pancakes.
It's sincerely, I love Efteling in terms of its design.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to pop a pimple and it's not doing well.
That being said, dude, I will leave you to Jack Sparrow.
Hey, Jack Sparrow, otherwise known as Jack Sparrow, otherwise known as Jack Sparrow, otherwise known as Johnny Depp.
Otherwise known as
Wait, I got this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna do this correctly. Okay, so the Mad Hatter, otherwise known as Tonto, otherwise known as Frank Tupelo, otherwise known as Sweeney Todd, otherwise known as people I don't know because I didn't watch any of those movies. Otherwise known as Willy Wonka, otherwise known as Ichabod Crane, I guess. That doesn't sound right to me. Otherwise known as
known as the one and only Grindelwald.
There you go. Yeah.
Is
otherwise known as Rango. Otherwise known as Sam. Otherwise known, I said Willy Wonka. Edward Scissorhands. Otherwise known as
that creepy guy at every cosplay convention.
Basically, that creepy guy at every cosplay convention, otherwise known as Jack Sparrow, otherwise known as Johnny Depp, was inside of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I'll just say this: whoever saw Johnny Depp in the Pirates of that night, screw you! I would love to see that. And I was talking with I was talking on a previous episode of the Coaster Theme Park Talk, where I had the Mouse Nose Best crew, and JD has actually been Jack Sparrow before in the parks. And it's fascinating to know the stories about that. And this is another one in the books.
That's a spam comment. I hate spam comments on videos.
And that's all I have to say about that. Will?
I think the reason why he was there is to promote the 5th Pirates movie.
Well, there was no real mention of it on Disney's social media, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that he was probably there to promote the 5th movie.
They may have. It seemed like they were filming, so it may just be for something later on.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think that they've done this before, where he.
No, I don't think so.
I think I have. I've seen it. I think I've seen it before. It's just not been as widespread on social media as fast.
Maybe.
It's like an official marketing tactic, but yet it is a
marketing tactic.
If you think about it, yeah. What they're doing
Where's
is
my cup of coffee?
they're doing it grassroots instead of actually making it an official Disney thing that they're doing.
And this is out of the blue.
It's smart, actually.
But yeah, screw you. Anyone that saw him, I want to be in your position.
Yeah, y'all suck. I don't care if you're subscribed. You suck. I'm just joking. I do care if you're subscribed. Please subscribe.
Please like and comment on this video. Share it to your friends.
Yeah, share it to your friends.
Share with us in the comments below your favorite Johnny Depp.
This podcast is sponsored by heartofkentuckytravel.com. Go to heartofkentuckytravel.com for all your travel needs. They will help you. They will help you
on Twitter and Instagram too.
They will help you make your vacation worthwhile. You're welcome, Travis.
Thank you, Will. Oh, I have to tell Mom about that one. Oh, that's funny as all get out.
Okay, that was a good one. That being said, that's all I have to say about that topic.
Travis is not playing his Switch right now. He's trying to add someone on the console and he doesn't know how to do it.
Is there any other topics besides my trip?
I don't think so. I think we've hit it all.
All right, so I'll just finish this episode off with my final topic. Yesterday, I took a trip to Vegas to experience the High Roller and the Promenade of the Link in Las Vegas. And I was also in Henderson for a little bit. And I do want to say this first off, before even getting to the High Roller, I can say without a doubt, it was the nicest day I've ever had in a metropolitan setting.
Strippers, right?
No. Everyone in the city, like all the staff of multiple places of Henderson and Nevada, were nice. And it wasn't like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to be nice so I can get my paycheck. It was sincerely nice. And I had, I chatted with, during my part in Henderson and attended at Hot Topic, just, being there again something. And I was like, yeah, it's just, it's the first time I've been here in years, and I'm glad to be there. And I will say this, it's insanely wonderful to see a city where not everyone is a complete asshole. And this contributes to the fact of just how my experience was, and I'll begin from there. And I'm just going to skip Henderson because that's Henderson. We're going to talk about just seeing the Strip after so many years, and it's just amazing. The last time I was there officially was 2009. And that was before buildings like the Cosmopolitan, the Area, and even the Link were built. And it's amazing to see how many buildings have popped up over the years. It's wonderful, in a strange sense of the Urban Dictionary, to see something like that. It's similar to being in the streets of LA at night. It's just amazing to look at.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you don't want to be in the streets of LA at night.
Well, no, downtown LA, seeing all the lights.
Oh. So, City of Stars, La La Land type crap?
Sort of. And when I got to the Link, the main parking garage was overbooked. We tried going to the Harris parking garage.
Did they drag anybody out of the parking garage?
No, it's not like United. And we parked outside at Overflow, which still was actually rather close. It really was like a quick walk. And we purchased our tickets very quickly for the high roller. It was about 3:00 in the afternoon. And I will say this out of pure sincerity. It felt really like a grown-up version of Downtown Disney. Like the promenade that was at the link. And I noticed that very quickly before I even got to the high roller. And it felt very much like a nice atmospheric area where it wasn't filled with raw and uncut things. And it felt really nice. Also, there was a sprinkles, and I actually tried a red velvet cake. It was disgusting. But I finally went on the high roller. And if you know what the high roller is, it's basically a observation wheel, much like the Orlando Eye. And I gotta say, I had the cabin all to myself, excluding one other. And I will say this up in front. It is a very surreal experience to see the city up that high. It was about 400 feet, 450 feet in the air. And yes, they made a 420 joke because of reasons. But it's just surreal. Travis, have you been on the Eye? Or any of you guys?
No, I haven't done anything.
Mox? She's dead. Okay. But yeah, I went on the Eye. I went on the high roller. And it's fascinating just to see all that. And it was a really quick, it took about in the end about 40 minutes, which was rather good, quick, and fast. And I took a picture on Twitter. I'll post it up there. But it was a complete and great experience that I highly recommend doing just to see the city. I wish I could have done it at night. If there was one complaint I had, it was not seen at night, because I think that's when you're supposed to do it.
At night.
Because that's when you see Vegas in its most beautiful form, the lights. That if I had to do anything, if I was to go on the link again, it'd be at night, and I would actually do videos, because that'd be what I'd want to do more.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, and then after that, we went to go eat. We decided
At Outback Steakhouse?
Yes. And I talked to the crew about this beforehand. And I will say this. We didn't know where it was. There was two locations. One near the Excalibur and one near Harris. We were walking left because that's the one we assumed was the closest. We didn't find out until we got halfway through to, I think, one of the sides of Paris. And we walked all the way back to over by where the link is. And yes, I saw strippers. Yes, it was disgusting.
It's not supposed to be disgusting, but okay.
I don't know why people like it. It's just me when I don't like it.
Dude, I'm just joking. Joking.
Yeah. But we did eat at the Outback at the Harris. And let me put this at phrase. We didn't want to do a buffet. And we wanted to eat somewhere we knew and we
Trusted.
Yeah. So we chose Outback. Little did we know, it was regarded for multiple years as one of the highest ranking steakhouses in Vegas. And that's a high caliber, because Vegas prides on some of its steaks.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I could smell tobacco, and it did smell disgusting. But once I got up to the Outback with my family, we got in quick. It was really light crowded, which was off for me. And I ate a bone-in ribeye, which I will say this. If you are going to go to an Outback in Vegas, do it at the Harris. And at the Bell Western, the Casino Royale, Bell Western. because it is without a doubt the best steak I've ever had. And I'm willing to testify for that. I got a bone-in ribeye, and it was amazing. The marble was pure delicious, and like it was cooked perfectly. I couldn't even finish it because it tasted so good, and I actually have it at home just as a wait for lunch. And I would eat, like if I was going back to Vegas, I would eat there again because it's worth the steak. And after that, we went back to the link. I saw some strippers once again this time. And here's the thing. The first time around, I didn't see anything wrong. The second time, there was no tops for 2 of them.
Woo!
And the only thing covering them was duct tape in one particular area.
Hell yeah.
For the top side is. Let's just say I'm scarred for life.
You shouldn't be.
But I ate sprinkles. I had red velvet cake. I regret the decision that I made. And I should have tried something else because that was the first time I went to a sprinkles. So I could say I was hip. I was a blogger. I almost really considered doing that cupcake ATM though. They have one, which is fascinating. But after that, we went home. I didn't get back home until like 12 o'clock, and we got out of Vegas around 9 because someone didn't know directions. That being said, High Roller, I would highly recommend just do it at night. Because I think that would be the better experience. There may be more crowds, and you may not have a bunk, like a cabin to your own, but it's worth it. But that's all I have to say. Does anyone have any other opinions? What I said?
Talk about the steak a little bit more.
I said enough on that steak. It's like you explain every single item in Volcano Bay.
Hey, people care about Volcano Bay.
Well, any place that has food. You always talk about food, in depth.
Because I love food.
Yeah, and I can already tell you're eating.
I am. I have sunflower seeds in my mouth.
Oh, dear Jesus.
But yeah, has anyone been on the Eye?
No.
That can share a similar experience? Well, I was talking to you, Travis.
Oh, wow. You're fired.
Mox, have you? Will?
Not yet. I was
No.
but
You plan to, Mox?
I'm gonna try. Eventually.
I would give it a chance because it's a very different experience than what I thought. That being said, if you want to like hear some more thoughts about the steak, go on my Twitter. It's there. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second.
You have anything else?
I'm trying to get the sunflower seeds out of my mouth.
I think that's our cue to say we're done.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Will, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, HHNDog, DAWG, youtube.com/HHNDog for Halloween Horror Nights videos. I will have more announcement videos and in-park Horror Nights videos when the event starts. Yeah, and until the next podcast. And until the next podcast, I will see you guys in the doghouse.
Will is tired.
Mockingjay, where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere but at the parks.
Same.
Actually, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at OU Mockingjay.
Oh, I thought it was Drunk at Disney.
No, Travis, come on now.
I gotta plug my buddy Drunk at Disney.
Come on now.
We all do.
He gives me a cut. I'm just joking. Continue.
So you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram for all of the theme park, Marvel, all the good stuff updates. So, yeah.
Along if you also like freaking Walking Dead, like a little, yeah.
Don't be making fun of The Walking Dead.
It's dead.
You're dead.
I am dead. I'm also broken.
And we're all damaged. Travis, where can we find you?
I'm also deleted. That was for Will. I hope he is awake to hear that. I'm guessing not. You can follow me on Twitter at Travis Coaster. You can, if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can friend me on Nintendo Switch at 1128-1822-6031. That is my friend code. If you want to get trashed by some guy that you don't know and listen to on YouTube in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, try me. I will fight you. 1v1. Let's go.
Battle mode?
What?
On battle mode?
1v1 no scope battle mode, yes.
You can find me here on YouTube at Alex Show Productions. You can find me on Twitter at Alex Show PROD, as Alex Show PROD, no space. And you can find me on Amino at Alex Show Productions.
Is that all we got to say?
That's all we got to say about that.
All right, well, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow through my Snapchat, which is at Travis Coaster, at
Kentucky Kingdom.
Kentucky Kingdom. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.